thankfully, it's been a long time since I had a broken heart at Christmas time. But for writing Be My Baby by Christmas Night, I pulled a lot of inspiration for a broken heart that I had when I was 26 years old that kind of turned into a funny double whammy. Anyway, I had been in and out of a relationship with this guy for 7 years that I was totally in love with at the time. And our relationship came to an end, like no more back and forth, about a month before Christmas. And I had just moved into a new place. And a couple days before Christmas, my beloved cat up and disappeared. And I couldn't figure it out because I was so protective of her. It was a very secure building, and I was really careful when coming and going to make sure she didn't get out because this cat was like Houdini. I mean, she would steal like the meat right out of your sandwich, like in a little half of a second, and all you'd have would be two pieces of bread with no turkey in the middle. Anyway, loved that cat. But anyway, yeah, so I couldn't figure it out. I must have spent like 12 hours casing my neighborhood. I mean, I was knocking on people's doors. I was looking over people's fences, which is not a smart thing to do in Los Angeles. I was looking under cars. I was putting up signs. And finally, at the end of the day, exhausted with no success, I'm coming up the elevator with tears streaming down my face. And I hear my neighbor's voice, who I love my neighbor. I hear her yelling, "Oh, you get out of here, you ruin everything." Oh, and as the elevator doors are sliding open, I see my cat bolting down the hallway with a lamb shank in her mouth. It was a Friday. My neighbor had prepared a really elaborate Shabbat dinner for her whole family, and my cat had licked every single dish that she had put out on the dining room table. And a couple hours later, my neighbor knocks on my door um, because apparently she was turning down the bed to go to sleep. She found a big black hairball that my cat had thrown up on her pillow. So, of course, I went over there, cleaned up the mess, apologized profusely, told her it would never happen again. We did have a big, nice laugh over it because she's fabulous. And anyway, I did let my cat eat that lamb shank because she worked so hard for it. And it was Christmas, and I was so happy to see her. But I think it's really funny that all these years later, the feeling of losing my cat has made a bigger impression than losing the boyfriend. It actually was kind of the impetus for writing Be My Baby by Christmas Night. So, it just goes to show you that some dramas in life leave a bigger impression than others.